Ready. Play.
This one, you said you saw a bit of Musetti and Rune. Talk us through your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was very excited for this. Two very complete players, so versatile. You don't really know what they're gonna bring ever. Obviously, Holger kind of like took the role of an aggressor. I think he was at the net so much, and for a while it was working. Later on, he has a bit of a physical dip, but like Lorenzo just starts dominating with the forehand. When Musetti was in front, when he could like really play the angles of his forehand side, he was dominating there. And I think overall, over the course of the first week, or I guess we're coming to like, even 8 days now, Musetti has been so impressive, just in the sense that, he had that big chance, but it also could have been just something that puts pressure on him, gets him nervous. And in these matches, like against Navona and Rune, we just don't see it at all. He's just taking it all in. The fact that he got that top 8 seeding, he basically got only benefits from that. Zero disadvantages, and I think there were disadvantages to it. I mean, we saw what Franz Cerundolo did, for example, after having an excellent clay season, and I think just having really high hopes for this event. For Musetti to avoid that, it's wonderful, and Musetti Rune, that was a really difficult encounter for him to get through, and he does that in like really good style.
Yeah, I did notice that he was definitely the best player of the last 2 sets. Really kind of dominating everything. Just everything seemed to click, forehand and backhand. I'm very, very obviously he's excited for him. He's lived up to the challenge, as you say, and from now he is very much the heavy favourite, rather than being the sort of I say obvious favourite to make the semi-finals. As we'll kind of talk about with his opponent now, which is Francis Tiafoe, who has become the winner of your favourite section, Damien. Are you surprised about that?
Well, I would say my favorite section was probably the bottom part of that one. So, where you had Medjedovic, Kopřiva, Altmaier, and Cerundolo in the second round. The upper half did not really excite me as much. I mean, that was the ATP 250 Houston one, where basically it had to be an American in the forefront, sort of. Francis, I mean, he was in the mix for sure, but besides Houston, his year has been pretty much built on like winning one match and then losing the next one. Also, to do it without dropping a set, I feel like that is definitely like the surprising part. Maybe not even that he is in the quarters, but the fact that he's done it so consistently, so cleanly. He can play on clay. He's got a lot of a variety of different tools, very strong physicality. He can definitely add the spin on the forehand. So why not? Before the event, I wouldn't have picked him, definitely. I was going Medjedovic or then maybe Altmaier. But before this match, I think like over the course of the week and with what Altmaier was playing as well, I kind of started liking Francis' chances to get through. Of course, doing that in free is also a benefit. If he wasn't playing someone as strong as Musetti, yeah, I mean, I would probably fancy his chances a bit more. But then at the same time, before the event, we would have said just like, okay, the winner of Musetti Rune surely makes the semifinals. At least Francis is casting some doubt on that, idea that we had before the event, I suppose. Still, the favorite is pretty clear. Like that was part of the stake today as well, that you have Musetti and Rune basically clashing for being a favorite in the quarters as well. But I think 10% is way too low. Like that's way, way, way too low.
Okay. I'd give him way more than a 10% chance of winning it, maybe 20, 30, something like that. It's nice to see Francis kind of come through that one. He's a player I've got a soft spot for on the ATP side. We see his head-to-head. He's actually leading the head-to-head with Musetti, but I doubt any of that was on clay. If this was at the US Open, this would be a very different conversation, I suspect. Yeah, having a look at that, I can't actually make out what surface any of that's on. But
there is one match on clay, and that is in Rome. Musetti won it in 2023.
Okay. So there you go. It's definitely confirming kind of advantage Musetti. But hey, Tiafoe has now got 3 out of 4 Grand Slam quarterfinals on his CV. Just Wimbledon left. So, and not unrealistic to think that he could get that and complete the set. So he's pretty well rounded in all services. He does seem to like Wimbledon. But yeah, talking about this match, yeah, I think the way Musetti is playing at the moment, Tiafoe, took advantage of the section he was in. I'm not saying there weren't any dangerous players in there. There were. I would have been very interested to see how that fourth round with a healthy Medvedev would have gone. Overall, I agree with you. It's Musetti is the clear favourite, but I think Francis could make it interesting. It's also going to depend if the crowd gets involved as well. Francis is going to kind of need that, given he's kind of a big stage player. But yeah, one of those positive results that he will get in a season every now and again, regardless.
Yeah, I think Medvedev indeed would have been a better matchup for the sake of competitiveness than Altmaier for him. A bit of a shame we didn't get that. Of course, fit Medvedev. But indeed, it's an excellent result already. Just I don't think it's even that easy for Lorenzo. It's just that seeing so far how he's been progressing through the first 4 rounds, the Italian, it's tough not to believe that he's just going to, play his absolute best at this whole event, whatever that gives him.
Yeah, I can't really add to that. That is pretty much my thoughts on that. Musetti's playing so well right now on clay, and only the best in the world can stop him.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.